So this one's going to be pretty much the same stuff, just a lot simpler. Okay, so open corners first. I don't know why everyone likes this move. This is isn't this losing like on the second or fourth move? It's this one. Don't let them approach with support. If you play this one, they get to stop the Shamari with support, and it's pretty good. Open side's the bottom side. Also, oh crap! Don't zoom in. Okay. Approaching a star point is considered less valuable than approaching a Shamari. Also, the bottom side is the widest side, so this should be the big move. Double digit Q, approaching a star point, I would consider as equal to approaching a 3/4. That's fine, but this is wider. At single digit Q, you kind of have to start learning like at what point is the Shamari not bigger than approaching the start point, because the AI is really sensitive about that. So here, this is fine for defense. This is fine, but we can do this exchange first. Okay, Shamari. I would just play this one. It's at double digit Q. Don't be fancy. Simple is so effective. Fancy. What happens when I do this? Do you know how to respond? You got to be careful about this. Don't play these without research. Okay, this one I would. If you're going to respond, why not the left? Like here, double extension. The left side is the open side. This is saying I only want territory with a star point, and star points are 4/4s. Fourth line is for developing, third line's for territory. So it feels like maybe you should be playing 3/4s. Yep, that's fine. Okay. This is Ajikeshi. Don't do this without a good reason. Okay, so black's staying connected on the outside and white's trying to make a base. I think black is strong here because this turn is Sente and you pretty much have eye space on top and you're out. So I don't think this is a weak group yet. So I would rather surround and take the base. So take the base, fix my cut, force them to run away, and then chase. And then I'll defend. When I get weak, I'll defend. I have my base. I'm good, so I'll keep chasing. And look at that profit. That's a positive exchange rate. And the way I found it was I took the base first, and then I tried to surround. And I didn't miss that I was getting weak, so I defend too. That's one of the pitfalls, is not noticing that you get weak when you attack. But this one is saying I'm going to stay connected. Like, okay, but there's no base out here. The base is up here. So it's, why are you connecting to a non-base? This is a big mistake. This is not staying connected. Boom, boom, boom. Connect. Boom. And then white just walks up. Now these two stones have no base. This group's still as strong as it was, and that's fine. But like these two stones are now weak. This stone doesn't have a purpose. Everything kind of fell apart. Watch your cutting points. Watch your cutting points. So 1 point jump. Go as far as you can without getting cut. That is a base. That is a base. As far as you can without getting cut. Always check the cutting points for your opponent. The hint here is this only has 3 liberties, not 4. So a 3 liberty stone making a 2-space jump is very dangerous. That's your hint. Are you watching your cutting points? What if I Atari and then cut? I'm solid, but you're cut apart. You connect? Well, then I take, cut. Oh, you capture. Atari. You got to be careful about this stuff. Oh, you got to be careful. This is too greedy. You're playing on these stones instead of on the group. So you got to watch those connections. So you go like this. You connect to your corner. Watch the connections. Watch the connections. So this one you're actually cutting yourself. That's not good. 1 point jumps are better. If you're worried, white doesn't have time to cut here because white will die. But let's say you were worried about the pre-peeped 1 point jump, then just jump here. It's still fine. Just surround, make your base, and then surround. Let them live. Who cares? Just let them live. Just make profit. Make positive exchange rates. Bid trying is a little bit slow, but okay. Pushing from behind is usually not good. So that's your hint here. Pushing from behind is not good. So as soon as you can, you want to get ahead. But usually 1 point jumps ahead are cuttable. This one's okay because it only has one cut. One cut's okay. But usually they have two, so the shape is normally a knight's move. If you want to get one line ahead because you don't want to push from behind, so you want to get ahead as fast as you can. But a knight's move is usually only has one cut. This one is a tiger's mouth, so it's even more perfect. But usually one cut is easy to deal with. Two cuts are dangerous when you're the attacker. So you got to be careful about it. And three cuts is like, oh, you better start reading. That's kind of what happened in the other game. Is one cut is manageable when you're the attacker. Two cuts is also sometimes manageable. You have to be careful with the reading. Three cuts is like really dangerous. You got to be super accurate with your reading. And then four cuts is just asking to die. Okay, so here, this is again, you don't want to push from behind, so you jumped ahead. Well, that has 2 cutting points. So that's only 1 cutting point. A lot easier to handle. This is a huge mistake by white because you see how black just turns and now you're surrounded. This has no base. So, yeah. You want to get out. Knight's moves are usually cuttable, but this one is not. Boop, 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 boop. So there is no cut. So this one, it's like running away as fast as you can, like go as far as you can without getting cut. So don't ignore weak groups. So quick conclusions from this game. I know I didn't have a lot of time to spend on it. But this one, I would say, just for the entire lesson today, is just understanding bases. And for double-digit Qs, understanding cutting points in addition to those bases. That is the fundamentals of attack and defense. Bases, cutting points, liberties. Like right here, it's like, can you be cut? Well, let's try. 3 liberties? Maybe not. But guess what? Because you have a shortage of liberties, this is more single-digit Q idea, but I can surround you because you have a shortage of liberties. So liberties, check these cutting points, watch your bases, don't ignore groups without a base, don't play like something like a Hane or a Knight's move, don't play a shape that's cuttable when you're playing defense. So just these ideas, cuts and connections, bases, liberties, escape routes, forcing moves. That's all. These are all attack and defense fundamentals, and that's understanding what is happening and why you're doing these things. That's all it is at the Q level.